Explore page is a little more varied now.
Stop sending me stuff. I don't even click on half of the stuff you send me because I refuse to have my algorithm be crazy.
I'm only sending you good stuff.
Nah.
I'm only sending you good stuff.
It be girls deep throating balloons and all type of stuff.
No, you sent me some wild stuff.
What I send you that's wild?
Sent me some wild stuff. On the ones and twos.
Why is it called ones and twos? Why not threes and fours?
I mean, I guess you can have threes and fours, but it starts at ones and twos. And then because it's just the DJ turntables, really.
Can't be nines and tens.
I guess if you do you start counting at 9?
You might.
Do you start counting
It's
at 9?
not about me.
I'm just asking. I guess anyone could. I remember when you started that beat. Like
this what we doing?
I remember that time, that day. So it worked, but that was not what was supposed to be going on.
As an artist, which can include anything from writing to performing and singing, in my case, a song starts for me when I say it starts. If I say the song start a minute in,
wait.
It starts a minute in.
But there's a point where the song will come back, like, to me, to finish it. So then if I rearrange it, I rearrange it.
Don't rearrange that song.
No, I like it.
Okay.
I like it. I'm just saying.
Okay.
You said you start counting at 9. So
I didn't say I did.
You did say it. You in a roundabout way.
Okay.
All right. So 9, 10, 11. That's how it goes.
On the 9s and 10s. On the 9s and 10s.
All right. You have now tapped into the Deez Ninjas Podcast, and we are so glad.
So glad
that you came to kick it with us. I'm JJ Dynamite, the coolest ninja you know. I'm here with my co-host, Shanni Love.
What's up?
What's up?
You remember I said I was going to do So Glad differently every time, right?
I did.
That was weak, but next time it's going to be better.
I remember. Did you remember? All right, we're going to do the comparisons. I'm going to do like a clip, and we're going to have all the So Glads right behind each other, like So Glad. So if they're the same, we're going to know.
Okay. Hold me to my ish. Not cussing.
Right. That's just like artistic. You know, you're creative. You can create, you know.
Okay.
Yep. Shout out to everybody that's tapped in with us. Shout outs to everybody that's listens. Make sure that you subscribe and like and share on the platforms and the YouTubes and all that good stuff. Much appreciated. Shout out to my ninjas that's not here. Shout out to my guy Extendo. You know what I'm saying? By extension in the other room over there.
Whoa.
Right. What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You still mad at me?
Very.
She's mad at me because we're here longer than she wanted to be here.
But I'm a professional.
For transparency.
You said lights, camera, action. I'll talk my ish to you when it's time to go.
Oh, okay. So it's still coming. So just saying.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I can deal with it. I'm saying accountability. You be here. Hey, look. Have you heard before, like the last year or so? Had you heard the word accountability as much as you've heard it probably in the last year or so? Because that's like everybody's favorite word right now.
Nah, N-words always telling me I need to be accountable.
I mean, it's probably true, but
half of you N-words ain't accountable.
But no, everybody should be accountable. But I'm just saying, actually, like people like knowing the term now and using it, that people didn't really know that before, like they stuck on it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think people should be accountable for
some words start to trend, like toxic.
Yeah.
Narcissist.
We might have to put the list, because last week I said I'm over toxic, and like I'm not over the action of accountability, but like y'all find a word and run that shit in the dirt.
But if the word fits the narrative,
I know, but like it's like they use.
What other word you supposed? So now you want them to get a thesaurus and use other words?
Then why are all the conversations everybody's having now about all the same thing? That's what I'm saying. Like everybody, that's what I'm saying. We had a lot of conversations. We've always spoke, and accountability has always been a thing.
Now my question is,
why do I hear it so much now?
Is this just like with your inner circle or your friends that you interact with? Or are you talking about social media too?
I mean social media. I mean the internet and the larger, bigger, on a macro sense.
So I think maybe it is something that's people have been saying for a while, but stuff starts to get burnt out sooner because you see everybody doing it. Everybody got a podcast. Everybody got to have their foot on their soapbox and get off and say how they feel. Right. So some of these things are going to be drug into the ground because you are hearing or viewing it on a bigger scale.
We drag shit in general. We drag stuff in general. I'm going to stop cursing so much so we can get this money. But
you see, I've been doing good. You tripping.
No, I went in the little, little time frame. Don't trip.
Okay.
But maybe it's because so many people have platforms, but it's like the larger discussion. Like, use some more words. We drag things.
Just like for a while, you didn't see all the Kevin Samuelites and
what's the
Manosphere? Yeah, you didn't see that for a minute.
No, I saw it on a level, but what happened was why I see it more is because I did a deeper dive into it. So now it's just flooding my.
But you see how big it is, where I even had to take a break from that side of it because I'm like, why am I hearing that so much? I need to change up.
Yeah, it's always been a thing, but now, just like you said, it's a thing because so many people have platforms, I guess, can get on their thing and rage out. And there's so many angry people.
Rage out.
I mean, there's so many angry people. People mad. They just be...
Because they be here late.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Well, you don't see nobody online doing hey, happy shit. Everybody's fucking raging against somebody.
People like seeing people lash out.
People like, why are we so attracted to negative? We
are.
Why?
Which is why when there's a fight happen or somebody's picking on somebody, ain't nobody sticking up. They got their cameras are recording.
Well, that's past attracted to negative. That is past empathetic. There was a point where people used to be empathetic and will break fights up and stuff.
I think people like seeing people embarrass themselves as well as show out because it's entertaining.
It can be entertaining, but I said once upon a time there what people did used to at least break it up. Now they just people just let it go for looks, trying to get video.
I want to use the word decorum.
Decorum? There's a lack of decorum?
Yes.
Okay.
There's no decorum.
So society standards have lowered.
Absolutely. But I think the internet has to do with a lot of these things. It really, you just see stuff on a bigger platform. I'm in some groups now where I'm like, why are the black folks riding this hard and acting this way? It's not that a lot of them don't act that way. I'm just seeing it on a bigger scale. The group has 300,000 people.
Right.
But how they acting, I'm just like, this is crazy. But is it really?
Yeah, you just get to see more. But then, do how people act on the internet? Does that actually mimic how they act in real life?
Sometimes. Because I talk stuff on my Facebook, I talk stuff in real life.
Right.
So sometimes, for some people, it's an act.
I think a lot of people.
That can be something they
talk a lot of smack that I would not see them talking on.
That can be something that they're not online.
True. It's like an avatar. It's how it's how you use it. That's true. That's true. I'll just, like I said, as people gravitate to the negativity, and then complain that things are negative.
That is true as well.
If we gravitated to other more positive things, maybe if your outlook could change, and that would help things to change. That's my positive words for today. Put a little theme song, a little chime in there. What you drinking?
I'm not sure what Extendo made for me, but I do trust him with alcohol.
No, he comes with the concoctions.
So you got to ask him.
That's a multi-layer pause right there.
What was the pause for?
No, you don't even, it was in there. Don't trip.
What was the pause for, Rascal? JJ Dynamite?
We're not going to break it down, but people that know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? People that can catch. Right? I had a good week.
Good. What you do?
I started to be inspired again. Start getting vibes.
What inspired you?
I don't know. This was crazy. It's like I just started hearing shit in my head. That's how it works for me. I use my voice recorder on my phone. Mm-hmm. because I just start hearing stuff in my head. When I start hearing this stuff, I'll voice record it, and then I can just kind of go get it out.
Is that how you came up with your ringtone?
No, my ringtone. Yes, actually, pretty much, yes. That's what was going on. But that was already like a track that I was already like working on. So I was kind of writing it, right? And recording it to the phone and end up being a ringtone.
Okay.
And I lost that track. So
dang.
It's like gone forever. So that's why
dang.
That's why it's the ringtone.
Do you think you can redo it?
Perhaps.
Would you be interested in redoing it?
Perhaps.
You should do like the Lost Files mixtape.
That like Nas Lost Tapes. That'd be dope. But that's the only one I got like that. Where I have it.
We can help
like
you. We can help you lose some other things.
Huh?
I said we can help you lose some other things.
No, we're not losing nothing else. We're not losing nothing else. Hey, while we sitting there talking about music, my boy Cash, y'all know him. What Up Vern just put out another volume of gallery pieces.
Part 4?
It's part 5.
Part 5.
Part 5. So this is the 5th installment, gallery pieces.
Is this the final installment?
No. This is going to be a year-long thing. That's a year-long thing. He's working with different producers. Every piece, different producer. Gallery pieces, art. It's coming together like that.
Okay.
And every month is going to be a different producer. So this is the 5th installment. So it's already 4.
Oh, this is the 5th of the May is the 5th month.
Correct.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Interesting concept, Cash.
Yeah. Right.
Get me on one of those songs, Cash.
Oh no, it's coming. I'm sure. Bow. So yeah, y'all go check that out because that's out on all the streaming shits, services, TSPs. Yeah.
Okay.
All that. Wherever you do Apple Music.
Okay.
No, we're not advertising. I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, I was gonna ask you what do you use, but we're not doing that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
What's up? What we talking about today?
Let's see, man. What we talking about today, man? Damn, should have seen what just popped on my phone. I'm getting my algorithms are getting a little better. Like my Explore page is a little more varied now.
Stop sending me stuff. I don't even click on half of the stuff you send me because I refuse to have my algorithm be crazy.
I'm only sending you good stuff.
Nah.
I'm only sending you good stuff.
It be girls deep throating balloons and all type of stuff.
No, you sent me some wild stuff.
What I send you that's
you
wild.
Sent me some wild stuff. I think you sent me they had like a Freaknik, and
I did say that.
You might have sent me the wildest thing that I've seen on social media. Actually, besides like
it wasn't even called Freaknik. Of course, they called it something else, but it was like Freaknik, like a modern day Freaknik.
They just had a little thing, and
it was crazy.
In Houston, and that was a wild video.
There was a lot of oral action in that video, live and in person.
Look, y'all was some wild boys out there and girls
in public, broad daylight.
Sweaty.
I was just about to say sweaty poom poom.
Sweaty, yeah. Y'all, I mean, they look like they was having fun.
But at what risk? Will they be in the hospital in a few days?
It was a little nasty.
It was nasty for real.
It was a little nasty.
But some of your listeners might be into that.
That's true. You're right.
Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to us. Yeah, shout out to us. Feel me? If y'all went and participated in that and have more video, feel free to send it to our email address. Just saying. Then we could put together like a video because they doing like a Freaknik video coming out, right? You know anybody that you think might have been in that? Or anybody parents that you know that might have been in that?
Everybody's a suspect at this point.
Everybody's a suspect.
In that certain age bracket, everybody's a suspect. But then someone was like, some of y'all don't even look the same, so they ain't going to be recognized, which I can see that everybody don't look the same.
Oh, of course.
But some people, you're going to be like,
oh, that was you.
Oh, that's Julianne.
You're going to be like, that's my doctor. That's Dr. Anderson.
But JD was like, I don't want to just paint it like it's just this bad thing.
It wasn't just a bad thing. It was very fun.
But how does that work with that type of footage and you releasing it and you making money?
Now that I don't know.
It?
That I don't know. I've wondered the same thing. I've wondered like,
can I sue you?
I wonder if they like did some sort of huge release, or if there's a statute of limitations. Maybe it might be something like that. A statute of limitations on the time, right? I think something like that.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. I'm going to go with that. Anybody that knows that, man, put it in the comments.
So is that why they took so long maybe to release this?
No, I think maybe no one had the idea and the platform, because it's hard to put stuff out, certain stuff, especially on a certain level, all right? And that's going to be on like Hulu, right? Yeah, so having the platform, attaining the footage, maybe it's, gathering all the, would you think it's pretty much all like from a year, like 94, I think.
It's from 94. Mm-hmm.
All right. So, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. They may had to gather all the footage from different sources. So I could see accumulating that taking a bunch of time.
How old were you? In your 20s?
No. Younger.
You was in your 20s.
No, I was younger.
All right.
I was younger. But I definitely might have known people that were.
I'm sure you did. Not might have known. I know for a fact you do. Just by some of the stuff you're into. I know you though.
Might have known people that were in that video. So it's going to be
interesting to watch
it. It's going to be interesting to watch it. We're going to have a few rolled up and the giggly weed.
To watch that?
Yeah, the giggly stuff so we can...
Man.
What?
I just can't wait to see who's in it.
Okay. We wasn't even on that, but that just came up. All right. So, Bal, all right, let's get to what was going down. Man, what was crazy this week? Chris Brown and Usher. They say Chris Brown jumped Usher. I don't know. Or Chris Brown and his people jumped Usher. That's what they say.
So the story is, and of course this is loosely, that Chris Brown and Tiana Taylor exchanged some words. Okay. Usher intervened and tried to de-escalate the situation. And Chris Brown's people got active.
Okay. How I read it, with the stuff that I read, they said that Chris Brown was there. They said he tried to holler at Tiana Taylor. She kind of refuted, and it wasn't so much words as not words, right? And that, he got kind of pissed off at that, lashing out at her, who the fuck I am type deal, you know what I'm saying? And then Usher intervened. He got called like a bitch ass nigga or some kind of shit, and then they proceeded, whoever, I think it moved on, and then it worked its way outside and into the trailer, and that's where they say it allegedly happened. So
social media can have you thinking one thing, and that's not really what happened. True. So, of course, I just always have questions, because then somebody put in the comments that Chris Brown and Tiana and Taylor are brother and sister. So if they're brother and sister, why was he trying to holler at her? In what way was he trying to holler at her?
Well, you can blame stuff on alcohol, because alcohol was definitely involved in the situation.
We ain't about to blame alcohol for it.
No, I'm saying as far as, so if it was maybe, I don't know what the relationship is. You know what I'm saying? They say brother, sister. It may have been, that sometime that you did that quote. Sometimes it's definitely a quotes with that interaction. Sometimes that be fake. When people be throwing that bro and sister around, it don't really be that. You know that.
Number 2, does Usher not have a posse? Do y'all say posse? Is that old?
Yeah, that's old.
Does he not have a crew?
On some real shit,
entourage?
I think a white person got in trouble for saying posse. I think when they
Why?
Phil Jackson got called LeBron's crew a posse, and they said that's racist because he called LeBron crew a posse. That's what I'm saying. That's how old it is. Is that Phil Jackson was using it. So yeah, that's old. Why did they get mad at him? Because he was implying that LeBron's dudes wasn't legit and they was just like his hanger-on little crew.
Nah, what am I supposed to say? Entourage.
Entourage crew.
I don't want to say that.
Hangers, okay.
I'm going to say posse.
Okay, posse. Go ahead.
So where was his posse?
Where, I don't know. Where was his posse?
It's one of my questions.
Where was Usher's posse?
Number 3 was Usher talking stuff because don't do me, because the following day, you see I can't count. I start from 9 and 10 according to you.
Yeah.
Was Usher, like, he released a video, like, I think it was the day after, 2 days after, and he was like, I'm fine. I don't know where he was at, but I think this is when he was about to do the Lovers and Friends.
Well, he performed the next night.
Yeah, so then it next night.
Look, regardless, it wasn't like he didn't get jumped and like beat in like a nigga in the street, right? It was probably a bit of hyperbole. I did get some word from somebody, a little insider, that it was definitely overstated and it maybe just got a little rough as far as like push around type stuff. And you know, that kind of stuff happens backstage all the time. I
just can't see Usher getting mopped out.
I don't think Usher got mopped out. I don't think that's what happened.
And then it be this quiet.
Yeah, I don't think that's what happened. And he did perform like the next night at his concert. You know, he got the residency in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, he performed.
And Chris Brown performed too, right? He did, I believe.
Chris Brown did tweet out of, you know, like a couple days later, like, y'all really dragging this. It wasn't even all that serious. That's not what happened. And he said something about he was protecting his daughter. His daughter was there.
Can we really trust everything that someone who does a lot of narcotics says?
Are you sure? Or is this allegedly? I'll say that.
Allegedly.
Because we don't know who does narcotics, because a lot of people do narcotics.
Well, you know what kind I'm talking about.
I do know what kind you're talking about.
And I think he admitted to doing that.
Oh, like Bruno? When Bruno did it? When Bruno got caught? Hey, that was the coldest response to getting caught with cocaine I ever heard from a black person. Because you can't really do that with, you know, it's rock stars that got caught. And when he said, hey, I'm a rock star. And got on. Like, it was like, don't ask me nothing else. I don't want to hear nothing else.
CB be lit.
Chris Brown probably.
Whether it's alcohol, whether it's whatever, he be lit.
I'll say he be energetic.
So
you never know.
When people are intoxicated, no matter what they poison is,
automatically say my man be, you know, getting down, but it's been said before.
When people are intoxicated, no matter what their poison is, you could say hi, and if they heard something else,
but liquor,
they gonna start
liquor
tripping.
Do that though.
I know. That's why I said whatever.
Oh yeah.
Poison of their choice.
Okay, I got you. That's true. Whatever sets you off.
So even if it's not that, he do be tipsy a lot.
Whatever sets you off if you're in the wrong mind frame. I saw they had some video footage showing the three of them like prior to that, and everybody
was cool.
Everybody looked cool. They also had some other video footage. TMZ don't be messing around, man. They get that footage. They messy. That's what they are. They are messy. The messy zone. That's the
TMZ would tell you that somebody passed away or they're in critical condition before the family even know.
And they be right too.
But it's still messed up.
They plugged. The messy
Imagine
zone.
hearing one of your people is in critical condition and none of y'all knew or wanted to release that information. But TMZ did.
I didn't say it's right. But they definitely knew. I definitely remember when Michael Jackson passed. And like it was like going around and it was like Michael Jackson passed. And he was like, nah. Look at this. On live. Right here. This I like on the show. This video. You see this? Look at this. All right. They said Michael Jackson passed.
Mm-hmm.
And people was refuting it. No, Michael Jackson didn't pass. No. TMZ was like, that nigga dead. You know, not in those words. And Michael Jackson, sure enough, had passed.
It's still messed up. And I can multitask. Thanks.
Okay. He had passed. Rest in peace to Mike Jack. King of
Mike Jack. I've never heard anyone call him that.
Huh?
I've never heard Mike Jack.
Really?
Mike Jack?
Yeah.
Never.
Mike Jack.
I hear MJ and Michael Jackson, not Mike Jack.
Mike Jack. Okay.
Mike Jack is like, put some respect on my name.
One of the GOATs. He's one of the GOATs.
No arguments
I think
here.
he was probably the most famous person in the world when he was alive. I
don't disagree.
Maybe you think he's not more popular, but more known than the Pope? That's probably like the competition he got, though. It's like that kind of competition. That's heavy competition.
I'm going to keep my comments to myself.
You don't think a lot of people know
No,
who the
I
Pope
just
is?
want to say something about the Pope, but I'm not. So,
Okay. Got it. There's been some stories coming out.
Pope always in something.
Always into something.
And take that how you want. Literally in something.
You see that shit with, hey man, before you get up, you see that shit with the Dalai Lama?
And that kiss?
The suck my tongue?
Yeah.
Come on, man. What's going on? That's nasty. Nasty.
Now, I don't know about
that
culture, so I can't speak on that culture, but I do, and trust me, I'm not saying this is okay, but I do know that some cultures sleep with underage people as a rite of passage. Like, they think that that's okay. Like, I just forgot what culture that was.
I mean, of course, it's different places, different ages of consent. People feel differently about how that, that's like a weird line for me because I don't know where you just like arbitrarily say the line, and I don't know where it's supposed to be, but I know it shouldn't be too early. All right? It's crazy. Different parts of the world, though, it's different.
I even think 18 might be too young, depending on the age. Like, if you 60, why are you messing with an 18-year-old and you 60? Come on.
Yeah. I mean, if the 18 wants to and the 60-year-old, even though it's kind of weird, that's what I'm saying. It's arbitrary. It's weird. 18 may be too early, and that age may be dependent on the person because people mature at different rates.
I don't even think dudes in their 30s should be smashing 18-year-olds. It's a whole bunch of other coochie out here.
That's true.
Get that.
That's true. That's true.
But what we talking about?
Oh yeah, we're not doing the what's the name that podcast. Because that shit be getting on my nerves. That shit's on all the channels already.
What podcast?
That one that started doing that conversation. And how come?
Yeah.
That shit right there. All right. So, in fact, that means I don't want to talk about that other one because that shit is irritating too.
Okay.
That first one? All right.
Okay.
So, Val, look, just, right quick, we're not going to be on it too long, but they did find the boy Trump guilty of sexual assault in that case, the civil case that was going on with the lady, E. Jean Carroll. He got found guilty of defamation and battery.
Damn, and now he owe her $5 million?
Now he owe her $5 million. Yeah, he got ordered to pay $5 million. So that's a civil case. He's got so many cases sitting up.
And that's the problem. I don't even want to say this, but I'm going to say this. I might react to the disrespect a little differently if it came from a motherfucker whose pockets was deep.
His pockets were deep.
Exactly.
Right.
As compared to some dude I met on a site disrespecting me. I mean, I know you ain't got no...
That's essentially his argument. Is when you got it, you can get that off.
Yeah, so get this off then, nigga.
But that's essentially his argument is when you got it, you can pull that off. So but then this is how he double talks though, right? He says that and then he be like, but I didn't do it. But I didn't do it. I don't even know who that is or what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. But you can do that if you me. But I didn't do it. Right? That's how to get down. So that's one of the cases done is he lost. He always pretty much loses these cases. This has been going on like way before right now. This was like when he was doing just regular businesses too. That fool was losing cases all over the place. He's litigation man.
That's his fault.
He's losing cases all over the place. So he lost another one. All right, so.
You might win some, but you just lost one.
Just lost another one. All right. Before we get on more, I want to say a rest in peace to Harry Belafonte. Because that was like a dude that I always saw growing up, and I was told I was supposed to admire him. So I don't know that much about his life like that, besides like the stuff that I saw him in as an actor. And I remember his daughter, Sherry Belafonte, from when I was younger. But I do still have a level of respect for him because I grew up having a level of respect for him. So I want to say rest in peace to him.
Rest in peace. You know why I'm smiling?
Why?
Because it's spoken like a true old man.
What? Like a true old man, what? That I have respect for him because I grew up having respect for him?
And you know his daughter and all of that.
Oh.
So,
okay.
We know I just always have to make an old joke, and you are up there. As much as you try not to act like you are.
Oh, okay.
Your knees cracked earlier.
My knees cracked earlier? My knees crack all the time.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's cool. My knees been cracking for a long time, though.
Damn.
Yeah. But they work, and they work real good. They never, have, let me down. It's never time. It's never a time when I was like, oh, that crack meant something. It's just a little pop.
Okay.
I've been cracking my fingers and stuff since I was little. You a finger popper?
I'm surprised you don't notice. Watch back all of the episodes. You don't never see me going like this.
Mm-mm.
You don't never pay attention.
I don't be watching your hands. I'm talking to you, so I'm looking more.
I'm talking about even when you watch the playback, you don't. Oh. When we be at the studio at your house.
Yeah, I guess not. No.
Okay.
So.
Well, yes, and pop big toe too.
Big toe too. Pop.
That feels good. Often? A lot.
A lot? No, I popped the big toe too. That's a good, ooh, that's a good one.
But they say you ain't supposed to do that because all of that stuff triggers early arthritis, right? Arthritis, really? Not arthritis. Arthritis?
Arthritis.
Arthritis.
Arthritis, yes. A-R-T.
Arthritis. It triggers the shit, so.
Wait, A-R-T, heritis.
Okay, arthritis.
Yeah. That's the thing I think I'm going to have to deal with a little of that when I get into the field. I think that's coming.
Okay.
Yeah. You? You don't know? But maybe?
I'm just curious, arthritis. What else can that affect if you have arthritis in your hands? What activities can you not do?
I don't know. I think it depends on how extreme it is. I know people that have carpal tunnel. I don't know if it's like that. Right? I don't know.
Does that mean that men have a difficult time masturbating because of the arthritis in their hands?
I wonder if it's a thing that's a constant thing or a thing that flares up. It seems like a thing that flares up. So maybe when you're on a flare, you're like, oh no, can't grip it. Can't grip it. You gotta change hands.
Mm-hmm.
Change hands. You gotta get proficient at the other hand.
Don't happen in both hands.
Oh damn! Then you gotta get her to do it.
SOL.
You gotta get her.
If you have a her,
I guess that's true too.
Or just get a toy. The toy that Barb was supposed to buy you.
But I think you still need to be able to have your hand function.
That is true.
Yeah. And anything else is a little bit wild. Anything beyond that, I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all doing anything beyond that, y'all wild. Y'all wild out there. And y'all need to go outside. Because if you go outside,
I'm gonna go outside.
You'll run into something else. You can expand your horizons a little bit. I think it's allowed, people do too much of that on the phone and forgot what it's like dealing and interacting and getting that energy from people. You know? It don't be like that all the time. People be doing all their interactions on the phone and with their damn questions and shit. And don't be getting that real connect. All right, so Trump is down again. I'm gonna do a tally sheet because I just like seeing them lose. And I'm not a hater. All right. But New York, and I saw not just New York, somewhere up north, I believe San Francisco as well. They're starting to introduce the robot police dogs. You ready?
This is all bad.
Yeah,
no.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Only thing that I'm happy about is they don't have teeth.
They're going to have detection.
I'm not doing that.
They're going to be able to see through walls.
They're going to have infrared vision?
Yes.
Thermal. Hey,
they're going to be able to jump super high.
It's a lot of different little goggles you can get. It's a lot of different infrared and the thermals.
And the alarm probably gonna be so
They
loud.
already the helicopters be flying over, buzzing the houses with the thermal light to see if you like. They probably don't do it no more, but people they used to catch growers like that.
And just because they don't have teeth, don't mean that you still can't get hurt from them.
Oh no, they're metal. They're metal, and they probably I don't know. They don't seem to move that fast, but I just don't like it because
is this the ones that have weapons on them?
No, these don't have weapons. They can't do that right now. I think if
you've seen that video though, right?
Yes, if they doing that, the people need to get out there and protest. They can't have that out in the street. But this is still the first step. So eventually, something like that, they're gonna try something like that, and wait till they get the uprights. See, this the dogs. They just introducing the dogs. Wait till you get the uprights. What I wonder though is it's all about the programming, right? The uprights could be better than what we're dealing right now because they won't, unless it's programmed into them, they might not inherently have the biases that people have.
I don't trust that because
I don't trust it. I'm just trying to think like,
it all fails.
Big picture, open mind.
We've all seen movies, and movies
we
always
lose to the robots.
Movies always tell us what's going to happen. I don't care what y'all say.
We'll see. That's based on the robots and like the AI. I haven't actually. We got another AI question today, right? But that's like with them having AIs. But that's a difference. There's your robots. That's something that you just program, like a program on a computer, right? That's one thing. It just does what you tell it to do. And then there's something that has some sort of AI, which is however it's done, which is evolving thinking process. So where that goes is where it's normally when we see the stuff go bad, normally they end up saying the humans are the virus or the bad thing. We need to eliminate them. That's where the thinking usually goes because we're so destructive. All right. So that's how that always ends up. Terminator, iRobot, all of them. They eventually say, "Oh no, we got to eliminate the humans." So you're right. That's why I say I see the guy from Google. You see the guy from Google that quit?
I heard about that. Go ahead and share.
I didn't look up his name, but there was a older gentleman from Google who worked in the AI department who quit, right? And he said the reason he quit is because he wanted to speak out against the AI usage, and he did like the proliferation of AI usage in society because he was like, it's only going to be bad. You know what I'm saying? Eventually it's going to be bad. They're going to be running everything. People not going to be able to work because they're going to be using that in place of wherever some sort of, where humans would be doing a lot of that stuff. Mm-hmm. It's going to be AIs doing it, right? So it's going to be very few jobs that I think that they'll be able to not do when it's all said and done. Mm-hmm. So that's what he's speaking out against that, and just like so now they're looking into regulations, and because there needs to be some sort of regulations put on that.
Absolutely,
it needs to be some sort of regulations put because
I agree.
They people, it's crazy because it's like y'all never saw the movies. Y'all didn't ever see the movies. Y'all didn't see Terminator.
I did.
Not you. I'm talking about the people that's working on it.
Like they did. They saw that shit. They still think it's cool.
Guess what? I taught it how to beat me in a fight. And
it's always somebody with an evil plan. And I say that because even the guy that had someone create an Oculus that kills you if you lose the game or something like that, that was crazy. Like, what's the point? Why?
That was I think more so than on that was more so than evil. That was like, like there are people that are like daredevils and like just people who want to push the limits. And I guess when you get one of those people and put it with a genius engineer, that's what it can turn into. Like, like, oh, let's push this limit. I mean, it's people that base jump. They just, on a Saturday, I'm going to go jump off this cliff and hope my parachute works. It's people that do that. It's people that wake up and say, what are you going to do, Pinky? I'm going to take over the world. It's people that do that. So you could be right on that note, too.
I think I am.
Could be.
I am.
Could be. How you doing, Shanni?
I'm better.
You better?
My drink empty, though.
Your drink empty? You want the refill?
Yes, I do.
Can
I get a refill?
Send the hit for the refill.
Whatever happened to her?
Who was that? Refill. That was
Elle Varner.
Elle Varner.
Can I get a...
She went to church with me. I didn't know her. I didn't know her, but a friend of mine knew. She, told me it was like when we were there. She was like, one of the little girls. That was Elle Varner. Like like one of the ones that that's running around the church. You don't know, right? I'm like, oh, cool. She knows
the Elle Varner that I know, which I don't know her at all, but the one that sings "Can I Get a Refill?"
Her. That's what
she got some lips on her.
She does. And considering I didn't know her as the kid,
do I like lips? Because this is my second time. I think I got a thing for lips.
That's understandable. I do.
Have a thing for lips?
Yeah, I do. I think so.
Okay.
No, I know so. So, yeah. Because I know that I spoke on someone on a few occasions that normally they probably wouldn't have attracted me, but the lips took it over the top.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
I mean, you could have some lips on you and I still not be attracted to you.
No, that definitely can happen. I'd say they was ugly. And then lips put them over the top, but yeah, it made it work. So,
okay.
Yeah. All right. I'll put that request there for you.
Thank you.
All right. Bow. So hopefully we don't end up with killer robot police department.
Remember, I may not have said it first, but I said it on this date. Whenever y'all watch this, we will.
We're going to have a killer robot police department.
We absolutely will.
All right. I hope it's later. Not rest in peace to Carol Bryant, the lady that lied on Emmett Till. She died. So she's gone. You know what I'm saying? Bow.
She didn't get to suffer.
She didn't. You see, she tried to. I mean, they wouldn't go after her. They had opportunity because she admitted that she was lying.
Yeah, they did. But let that have been somebody of color confessing to something. No, it'd have been a rap.
No, she didn't get to suffer, but at least she out of here.
Yeah, she out of here, but in her 80s, 90s.
At least she out of here. I'm just saying.
She got to live her life. I mean, of course she was gonna die. She's old.
I wonder. I mean, to come out and admit it, I wonder if it tormented her. I hope it did. You know how they say people they commit murder, they hold that and they kind of tormented by it. I hope she was.
Yeah, but it's you did.
I'm just saying. I hope
a child lost their life, and it was brutal too.
I've seen the pictures. I think that's the first.
I feel I don't care what was going on around that time.
I've ever seen
wrong is wrong and right is right, and she should have put it out there a long, long time ago.
Yeah, I hope she. I hope it just that's what killed her. Yeah.
So did you watch Till?
Did I watch Till? No. I when I watch television to enjoy myself. I'll read for education, stuff like that. I mean, I guess if the thing is entertaining and educational, but I'm not looking at, when I watch television, I'm not looking to be brought down.
I get that.
Yeah. So I avoid that kind of stuff. So Chris Brown and Usher, they didn't give us a dance fight. We gotta.
I think that's definitely what they should have gave, but also the other thing I was gonna mention is somebody said something about a versus. A versus is coming, so this could have been.
Oh, this was promo? Man, if this is a rollout, shame on y'all. If this is a rollout, shame on y'all. Because versus shouldn't be about beef.
It shouldn't, but it might be.
It shouldn't be about beef. Speaking of verses, Diddy did just come out and he nonchalantly threw out the fact that the verses between him and JD is going down.
It's going to be a great versus.
Madison Square Garden.
It's going to be a great versus.
September 8th.
The day after my birthday.
The day it's two things that I saw that was coming up. It was that and something happened on the 6th. And I'm like, man, they just hooking Shanni birthday up.
Popping.
Yeah, but I think that's going to be a great versus.
I will be tuned in.
Yeah, Madison Square Garden. Yeah, I'm going to have the big speakers going. That's going to be lit.
I might pull up on you.
If
I'm not out of town with my legs to the ceiling or something like that. Because I don't know what.
Birthday.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Okay, you don't have any plans yet?
Not
yet. You don't know what you're doing?
Just the Jodeci concert.
That's on your birthday.
Yes.
So you're going to probably be in town.
But I could leave after.
You might take off after.
Yeah.
You might hop on the red eye.
Something.
I feel that. We'll probably not. You'll probably be here.
Damn. Okay.
No, that's not nothing like disparaging. I'm just saying, like, do you do like the week-long birthday celebration?
You clearly don't know me. I can't wait to take off work.
You that's regardless. That don't have to do with your birthday.
It'd be a week long.
It'd be a week long?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I feel that.
And Memorial Day usually falls on like the 1st through the 3rd or something like that. Or like the 1st through the 5th or something like that.
So it's right up. So you just party
just
all the way through.
Connected. Yeah.
Okay. When I was a kid, Easter used to fall near my birthday. And so I used to be able to connect that because like it was a big Easter celebration in my household when I was younger. So that used to be like a lit birthday when it fell on the same day.
So off top, you was already eating good.
That was a lit birthday up that day. I was getting gifts. I was doing egg hunts. Like it was like because they combined both. I got them both. Oh, it was
on
lit.
Resurrection Day.
We wasn't even calling it Resurrection Day yet. They threw that in there. That's one of the new terms.
Who came up with that? Somebody black.
I don't know.
Because it just has black all over it.
Resurrection Day?
Yeah.
We're not celebrating Easter around here.
Yeah.
It's Resurrection Day. Happy Quantico.
Exactly.
Probably. I wonder. Who made up Resurrection Day? Put it in the comments. Don't attack us. I mean, if you do attack us, you do attack us. Hey, that's good too. That's cool. That's cool. Missy Elliott. You a Missy fan? This is for the people. This is not for me. This is for the people.
I'm a Missy Elliott fan. He could have said, Shani, I know you a Missy Elliott fan, but I am absolutely a Missy Elliott fan. I was hurt that her concert tickets are, I don't know how I missed it, but when I went online to check, that was like $400.
Where is she performing?
Yamava.
The same place Janet Jackson is performing.
Yeah.
At the casino. Oh, shit. I had no idea.
And that would have been a bomb. Everybody, I know this ain't what we talking about, but it seemed like everybody got a tour or concert this year.
Well, what happened was people were finally getting in order and getting their shit back together from the pandemic. That's what's going on. The pandemic shut everything down. Music, all the stuff. So then people had stuff planned for the year and the next year coming up. And now everybody had to reschedule and reconfigure and recalculate. And now everybody on that swing.
Because I don't know how this got on my algorithm because I like to look at tickets, but I started finding out about everybody's show. LL Cool J.
Yeah, he doing a tour. 50 Cent got a tour coming up.
Which, are we going to that or not?
I think.
Why think? When are we getting tickets?
No, it's just that I got to line up all my dates, and I'm not sure what the day is. In August?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to see. All right. Mm-hmm. Who was he with? It's 50 and who?
Was it Wu-Tang? Somebody's doing something with Wu-Tang.
Nas just did something with Wu-Tang.
Okay, that's what it was. I don't know who 50 is with.
Busta Rhymes.
How are we not going to go to that?
Busta Rhymes. Yeah, all right. That's gonna be crazy. I just seen Busta Rhymes talk shit about people in their performances too. And we know how Busta give it up, but he was like, everybody out here. He
was like, no backing tracks or something
everybody
like that, right?
Everybody out here doing lip syncing pretty much with the backing tracks. With the, like, get out here and spit on the strength. He got that verse where he be doing that and then he stopped saying words and then he started doing words again. And he still loved doing that fast verse. So that's why he's just saying that. He looks like doing that verse. But Busta's an animal out here performing. Busta's an animal. You already know.
He's one of my favorite rappers.
That I feel like don't nobody want to do no verses with Busta. Nobody really wants that smoke.
So he can still rap. I know you like to listen to a lot of this new school rap that I don't think is rap, but
I listen to a gang shit. I listen to rap since the beginning, and I've seen this evolutions, and there's de-evolution, and then there's evolution over here, and then there's growth. I see it all.
I am your grandparents. Rap, what is that? Turn that off. Because that's how I feel about this new generation.
It's a lot of new fools that can rap.
Busta is top 5 for me.
Busta's top 5?
And Missy, and back to Missy, because that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
She falls under that umbrella too. She is extremely talented and deserves all her flowers. I felt like she definitely, fuck a dent. She put a footprint into hip hop in the rap game and definitely left her mark.
She definitely did. And also, when we think about all the stuff that she did, we don't even include the writing. You know what I'm saying? People just like, it's all the music she put out, but Missy is a prolific writer as well, and behind a lot of hits, a ton of hits. So, but the reason why we're speaking on Missy is because Missy is the first female rapper, because I believe she's so much more than just a rapper, but she is a rapper, right? To be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's awesome. Shout out to you, Missy.
Shout out to Missy.
For real.
Congratulations to Missy, man.
I've been fucking with Missy since Sister.
Really?
Yeah, that's how much of a Missy fan I am.
You were aware of Missy in her by herself when Sister was out?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. I was aware of Sister, but I didn't know who the individual members were.
Yeah.
Like when Sister was out, I knew them, but I couldn't be like, that's
I don't know
Susie
who put me on.
Missy and whatever.
But when I had heard it when I was younger, I was like,
other names?
No, I only really followed her.
So how did you know to follow her out of them?
I liked her.
She stood out.
She stood out.
She didn't stand out of that bunch to me like that. So that's interesting. Like that you still caught it, like, yeah. Refill. Can I get a refill?
Yeah, thank you, Extendo.
Wow. All right. Well, Missy got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And that's super dope because the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is, I guess, the pinnacle spot in Hall of Fame at this point for an artist to be.
Okay.
Right.
What comes with being in that? Just the recognition,
just
or do
the recognition of it and the I guess the honor of being in that very select elite group of artists that made
that's
it
what's
in.
up.
I'll be glad when we get to the point where we can have a hip hop Hall of Fame.
Do we not have one? It's just not known.
We may have something
on the scale of rock and roll.
Okay. Maybe there is something, but not on that scale. And I mean something that could be recognized at the stature of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like,
you think anyone behind the scenes is working on that?
I don't know. That's something that I've just thought about recently in seeing these hip hop artists being inducted, right? Like, why do they have to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but there's not another one?
Because I was going to say that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it's the place for artists, right? Like,
right. Like, but rock and roll is, there were genres before rock and roll.
Of course.
But hey, I'm not, that's like that's a complaint. I'm just complaining about nothing because I'll be glad because eventually we will.
You're right. I believe that.
We'll have that. Right. So the hip hop as a whole is still, well, I've been saying that for a while, man. It's getting up there now. It's starting to have some artists now, though. But in general, compared to a lot of other genres, it's still a young genre, right? So, like, you just now got people like that are like aging in the shit, like they grew up in hip hop the whole time, that are finally like reaching a certain age.
Okay.
Like it was here, and people like were older and partying to it when it got here. But they were like disco and funk and whatever was leading up to that, you know what I'm saying? Before that wasn't really their vibe. It was just like it came around. But the people who all the way grew up in it, you know, that's a certain group.
Okay.
That's a certain group. And shout out to Missy Elliott. Super duper fly. That's hard. Have you heard any of... Wait, before I get to that. Have you seen the brat out here running around?
Somebody send me that picture, dude.
The brat was such a dope rapper, right? And I'm glad that she has been able to maintain a career, post-rap career. But she looking crazy out here to me.
And tell them about the outfit.
She looking crazy out here to me. I mean, it's all the shit. It's a bunch of, it's not just that outfit. She got them out. She got them. That was the latest. That when she was on the stage. She's talking about the one on the stage.
Like, why?
Yes.
I'm not saying don't show off your pregnancy. By all means, show off your pregnancy. But the way that outfit was, like
now let me get in my old bag. And because my granny said this, and I was like, you know what? You're right. Right? She was like, why they gotta show off their pregnancy? She was like,
that's what Granny said. Okay. Granny's from the old school.
Granny was like, okay, they pregnant. Everybody can see, like, why does it have to be such a thing?
But I'm all for that. But having a big cutout in your jersey, be for real.
I mean, they wearing big shirts and big halter tops and big. All right. Women, you can do what you want with your body. So I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do with their body, but the brat look crazy out here with the halter.
That's why I said show off your pregnancy, but
she look crazy. She got that. I'm gonna put it up. So like, put the brat.
Don't put it next to me. Put it on your side.
That's gonna be over you. The brat. With the jersey, with the hole cut out for the pregnant stomach, on the stage.
She had to be the first to do that. And what did she tell? Did she like tell her stylist like, "Hey, so I want to dress how I normally dress,
but cut a hole out for the baby"?
You sure, Brett? Listen,
custom.
All right, fam, I got you.
She couldn't have just had the big jersey over the belly. She couldn't have did that. No, just this one time. Not saying we're not hiding anything. We're just wearing a shirt.
Yeah, we're not hiding it because that's how she normally dresses anyway.
We're just wearing a shirt.
With the big shirt. She always dresses like that.
Yeah.
Like if she wore tight clothing, I wouldn't say don't wear that anymore. But it's the fact that you purposely altered.
It's like it's just extra. It's just like too extra. Like, okay, we know you're pregnant.
She could have wore a halt.
I mean, I'm saying, man, look, Brat is 50 at least. Come on, man. What is she doing? Like, come on. At least. Come on. What is she doing? It's like, come on, the Brat.
I agree. Y'all generation gotta chill.
Y'all generation.
Y'all gotta chill.
The Brat, I used to look up to the Brat. So that's a one level, she a level. You know what I'm saying? Like next, them.
Like a big sis, she probably like only 2 years older than you.
Nah, she's a little few more.
Okay, Gen Xer.
I am that.
You are absolutely that.
I am
Gen
that.
Xer.
Yes. What are you, the millenniums?
Millennial.
Same thing.
Gen Y.
No. What's the way? What you got to pick one of the two.
So it's Gen X, millennial, then Gen Y, then Gen Z.
What Gen Y is not real. It's millennial.
Well, they be calling us Gen Y then.
No, it's
because Y does come after X.
I know, but millennial replaced Gen Y. Sometimes they use a different one with y'all.
Okay,
like
millennial.
the baby boomers. I'm saying like baby boomers.
I'll be a millennial.
Yeah, I think
that's cool.
Yeah, Gen Y, they're not using that.
We about ours.
You trying to have a slash millennial / Gen Ys. No, y'all got one name. And y'all like retarded. I think they've all pretty much that's the consensus.
Millennials are retarded?
Yeah, it's the consensus.
Gen Z?
No, they something else.
They're gone.
They're something else.
I think millennials help change the game a little bit with how things is run around this motherfucker.
Nah,
very tech savvy.
No,
Not me, but
I think they're leading the
Nah,
movements.
you sound like a hater right now.
Some of these movements.
You sound like a hater right now.
Oh, I'm just saying what they say. Don't be mad. Don't be talking about us.
You sound like a hater. It's cool though.
I'm just saying what they say.
Some of these platforms that you have because the millennial created that shit.
Which one?
I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure. All these apps.
Hey, didn't we just complain about how these apps is driving us to wedge and make driving us farther apart? We were just talking about the way these apps is interfering with real life. So, you know what I'm saying? So they're making it better.
Next topic.
All right. I won. Yeah, y'all got that. I won. All right. All right, AI. You heard any of the AI songs?
Just the one from it was like a lot of episodes ago where we talked about that AI rapper that was signed.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about that.
So now I guess you're saying that there's AI music. I'm not privy to any of that. I don't know anything about that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, except who was it that finally got a song with Biggie?
Timberland.
Yeah.
That was kind of nasty.
I heard about that.
He put that out. And so the people on different sides of this wave, right? But what's going on is, I mean, AI is it's a million different AI sites and platforms coming out just all the time. It's doing so much stuff. And that's why I'm saying you can see where it's going, right? As far as, so you better learn how to use some of this stuff. But they're like using the AIs to mimic voices.
That's scary as hell.
It's really scary because that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Because now you could say that I said something that I really didn't say.
That's for sure. That's true.
The same thing with like how we're here right now. Like whoever is super tech savvy, like on Demon Time, they could take this moment and turn it into something else.
We're talking a lot, so we hit this. We're actually that's actually correct. Like because we're talking so much, because you still have to capture it from somewhere.
And now we in a whole crime scene, and we were never even really there. We was at home playing a video game, and they got us doing some fuck shit.
Yeah, and now they put the voices there, and they got the deep fakes. All the stuff, so it's getting...
That's not cool.
And look, watch out for this election cycle. This election cycle that's coming up, and just like the news and all this stuff, information that's coming out, pay close attention, because it's a lot of ways to manipulate information, way more than it even was last time. Right? Like, because now you can manipulate voices and faces and like all kind of stuff. But they're out here making the first level is how they're making like AI songs. So they had like They did a couple Drake songs, right? They did the Drake song featuring The Weeknd, and I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty close.
Now artists gonna be getting lazy.
It's pretty maybe that's possible if you can do something to mimic yourself, depending on if the artist is a true artist or not.
Well, can you see them signing deals like that? Like, we ain't even really gonna we just gonna use the AI version of you, but we want to pay you for this, and then that's it.
Peep game. Well, people starting to try to put in like rules and stuff. Like I said, they're starting to put regulations. That's one of the things people are starting to try to put regulations on, because that just puts a monkey wrench in a whole bunch of things. You know what I'm saying, as far as writing, as far as producing, as far as the actual voices that are being used and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So you're starting to see a lot of they actually just had like government meetings that like they're going to be starting putting some restrictions in place on how some of this stuff is being used, because right now it's just free fall.
So now I'm not going to trust shit.
It's just free fall right now. It's crazy.
Is this really you? Prove it to me. What happened on this date? AI not gonna know that.
No, you're gonna have to like be doing like captures, like human captures. You're gonna be like, yeah, so what were we doing? Yeah. You might have to do.
You remember that time I gave you some? Yeah. See, I never even gave you some. It's not you.
Nah, so watch out, because they starting to use all this stuff like right now. Like I'm seeing it every day. And if you're not paying attention, like Chat GPT, yo, just check it out. Just check it out. If you don't know and you're hearing it and it sounds complicated and it check it out because jobs are about to get jacked right now.
It is what it is.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to be able to, a lot of these jobs. All right. Off of that. Snowfall. You finished Snowfall?
Yes, I finished Snowfall, but it took us so long to talk about it. I probably don't remember what happened, but let's talk about it.
We'll have to get into it. Just how did you feel at the end?
I felt bad for Franklin.
You feel
like he went out backwards. I feel like even though he got into it with his girl, she had a right to be mad, but you ain't got a right to clean my nigga out. Like that was low. You could have left him something. You could at least took half. I mean, that still would have been fucked up, but you could have took half and left him with a 400,000. Like, my nigga, I'm leaving you. So this is my half.
Right.
Since what's mine is yours and yours is mine type shit. But you really let that nigga, then even Leon, like, I don't agree with Leon having to give him all the bread because that nigga wanted all the bread.
All right, so let's get to it, right? All right, so look, the girl, right? You're right. She'd had to clean my nigga out, right? But she was her mother's child. And you see her mother had always prepared her and told her, get the fuck out. And that's what she did.
He didn't have nowhere to find that bitch either.
He didn't have nowhere to find her. What's crazy is, when do you think she decided to do it?
As soon as that nigga left the house.
Nah, I think she did it.
Beforehand?
I think she did it when he called her. Like, with his spoiler alerts, like, it's a wrap. Show's over. When he came back to after everything went down, so, because the episode's pretty much picked up right where right before the finale where Teddy got killed, right? So we know Teddy got killed and then he ducked out of there. And he said he went to the bar. Okay. When he went to the bar, he called his girl. He said it went bad. I think that's when she did it. So everything that happened after that, I think when he went in there and choked her out, I think she had already did it.
But why would you do that?
Everything.
He low because that shit.
She was raised to do that. Remember how that girl came up, and remember who her mother was, and what her mother.
So it was cool because he was the man.
They showed us 5 million times her mother. Hey, make sure you have an exit plan. Make sure you have an exit plan. Make sure you have an exit plan. They pounded that in her head. You know what I'm saying? They showed. So imagine how much if that was a real situation that she really heard that.
Okay, so here's my take on it. Like I said, I do or did feel bad for Franklin because I don't want anybody to go out backwards, and I don't want to say, that's what he deserves, but I know that is what comes with the game. He just wasn't expecting it to happen on that type of scale like that. But I just feel like your day ones wasn't loyal to you, my nigga. They were not loyal to you. I don't care what you say. I don't know what would have went down with me if my mama would have did that shit.
No, I don't. Look,
I'm not mad at the mama for killing him, but you really couldn't have waited till he transferred that money, mama?
I think where he made the mistake was bringing his mama to this place where they was holding him in the first place.
She the one that wanted to drop him off.
He already knows that his mama won't action that Teddy.
But here's the other thing, though. Why you didn't kill him then? Why did you wait? Because
what happened was she still was,
Nah, you knew your husband was dead.
No, look, she didn't. Once he told her, she still was wondering. But where that went awry is when she made her last plea to Franklin, right? And she pleaded to Franklin, hey, let's just get out of here. We see what this has done to us, and we all you see where everybody's at, right? She did that whole little spiel. And then Franklin told her, nah. He told her, nah. And she said, well, are you willing to give me up? When he said, like, it's me and the baby and what's little mama name? Mm-hmm. V, whatever, right? When he told his mama that was it. That sealed were you willing to live without me? And so then she had spite from there on. So she didn't want him to get that bread. and to him to be able to continue to do what he was doing because she felt
Mama,
like
you gotta catch my fade. Period.
No, hey, he shouldn't have brought moms there to bring her to the spot where they was at. It was no reason for moms to be there. It was no reason for moms to be there. What was she doing? Was she doing security? She was stopping them from doing something. What was she doing? They didn't want no cell phones.
So like I said, where was the loyalty from the mama, from the auntie and the uncle?
The mama lost the loyalty when he told her he was out, and she went loyalty at that point went full-fledged back to Calvin.
When the auntie did that deal,
she was shady from jump.
So that, and then like I said, Leon definitely. I'm not mad that Leon didn't give him all of that money because Franklin was selfish with that shit where he was like, just, give me this and I'll give it back to you.
Franklin didn't approach that situation right.
But Franklin could have made sure that his nigga wasn't homeless. I shoot you some bread, my nigga. You ain't about to get all of this shit. But you been fucking with me. You put me on. I shoot you a little something.
No. Well, I don't see. That's the thing. It was a 2-year period, so we don't know how that interaction continued. But at that point, he wasn't about to be homeless. The nigga still had a plane and property and all kind of shit, right? And he came to Leon, like you said, Leon. He's how much you got? Leon said about $3 million. All right, well, give me that. Well, that was
crazy.
That was crazy. But see, what happened with Franklin is we love the character, but there was a point where it switched for him too. And he went to a point where he was looking out for everybody and he felt the need to look out for everybody. But he went through so much that he switched and he got to the point where all he cared about is that money.
That nigga really said that $500,000 that you gave me the first time, that was cool, but I'm gonna need more than that. Add this to what I'm gonna have to pay. But
he said, how much do you got? About $3 million. All right, I'm gonna need all of that. And I'm going to go take it and make it work and we'll win life.
And then he was like, and if you don't give it to me, I'm going to take it from you.
That's the thing.
They say money is the root of all evil.
It
is, though.
I mean,
that shit will fuck up families.
My nigga lost
friendships.
It. He got to the point where he was just thinking about the bread. He was once, that was his only sight, is that it was that. And anybody was getting in the way. If Leon would have got in the way at that point, at a certain point, I'm sure that he would have had a problem too. It's just that Leon never really stepped in and all the way and got in this way.
I can't imagine being at the top for a minute. And then I lost it all.
And the time it covered was what, about 7 years?
Mm-hmm.
About 7 years. Excellent show. I wish that something more would have happened to Louie because she was shady from the beginning. And so I didn't like that she just got to get away scot-free. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel that.
Well, we know that she was on the run. Will they show her in the
next series?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't like the way she got away scot-free. I like the way that Oso did. You know what I'm saying? That seemed fair after all he went through. Yeah. It was crazy though, but the last thing I thought was people looked at Franklin and saw where he went, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was another way to take that. And it was when you out and you see cats in the street that's look like they've been through the ringer, and you just kind of dismiss them. You never know what their life was like and what might have happened earlier in their life.
That is facts.
You know what I mean? And you just kind of like they don't know shit and kind of look at them and dismiss them like they ain't shit and look down on them like they ain't shit. But it really shows that was a very realistic ending. It was a realistic ending.
Sometimes people need to humble themselves too. Really? Because Franklin still thought he was that nigga. He thought he was the man, stinky and all. Then he say, who finer than me? Who look better than me? Missing teeth, all of that.
Trying to fuck with old chocolate nigga like me.
Yeah, nigga.
Yeah. All in all, man, great series. I'm interested to see what they do with the spinoff, if it's going to have the same tone.